folks? We are back.
Back in the
back
building.
In the setup. Sensei setup still better than mine. The Breakdown Boys, Wade Sensei. I'm back home, brother. I'm back
At least
home.
you're not in the basement, bro.
No more basement. No more laggy-ass Wi-Fi. No more sheep
not like
people.
blurry and audio cracking in and out, blinking 45 times.
I know. I'm back. I'm back from you know what? It wasn't as bad. I was going to make a joke, but it wasn't that bad. It was good stuff. It was just raining all the damn time. Where's the sun? Look at my pale skin. I need that.
Yeah, facts, bro.
But Sensei, I got cleared to work out a little bit, so today I did my first workout. Yes, golf claps.
Let's go.
And I'm dead tired, but we keep rolling on. This is our first time recording an episode in about 2 weeks. By the way, our last episode that went out, people were like, "Oh, Wade, you ballsy for this one. You ballsy for that one." It was recorded like a week before that. We just had so many recording problems. We couldn't get videos out while I was in Wales. But we are here to talk about, at least in some fashion today, the entire situation that went down. And I'm just going to let you
happened, bro. Like,
I
what
know.
the heck happened? I'm over here teaching martial arts, having a grand old day.
Yeah.
You know, finish classes. Let me look at my phone, see what's going on today.
Boom.
Meanwhile, screenshots being sent to my phone of tweets that were deleted.
Yeah.
Then I'm getting information. Now I'm getting hot. I'm ready to unload the clip, bro. Wait, I'm like, I have to call Wade because I'm like, you know, I have like 17 tweets that I like typed out to the drafts deleted, right? So like, let me call this man. I call Wade. Wade's like stone face, bro. Just can't believe it, man. I'm just like hot at the camera. He's like, I know, man. That was just crazy. So I know that you addressed it, right?
I did, yeah.
But man, to be on the tail end of something, I gotta ask you, to be on the tail end of something publicly like that. We've seen it, right? You've seen it. You've reacted to stuff like this. You've covered stuff like that, you know. But now to be in the crosshairs, bro, right? How did it feel? Were you like worried, concerned, or were you like, you know what? Like, how was the energy initially, bro? I need to know the energy first.
So when it initially happened, I was actually on a live Twitter space. I was in the Twitter space when everything went down.
It was wow. I didn't even know that, actually.
Reacting live to it, it's probably out there publicly. It's so funny. Listen to me. I went back and listened. Me reacting to it live, I genuinely had no idea what was happening. Because they were on the Twitter space, you can post what's being said on Twitter. And whoever was running it was posting the tweets from KSI. And I was like, this is weird. Like, oh, okay, that's odd. I don't know why he said that. And then I saw the second and third ones, and I was like, oh, he's not like, someone's like, oh, he's trolling. I was like, JJ doesn't know me well enough to troll like that. That's he's being serious.
Yeah.
So immediately I hit up JJ. I was like, yo, what is this? You know, whatever. And then little by little, it started to all come out. Genuinely, my thoughts were, I was just shocked. I was like, where is this coming from? Like, what is happening? You know, I wasn't like, there was no worry. There was a sense of, what do I do now? Like, I was just like, I'm so confused. Like, in my head, I went, what did I do? You know, what could I have possibly done?
How do I approach this now?
Yeah, and then when it started to set in, it was all real. I started to go into, okay, remain, you know, somewhat calm and figure out exactly what's going on here. Once I figured it out, I went, oh, well, they just messed up. This is clearly a mistake. You know, like something's happened in translation. This is a mistake. And again, the more I found out that it wasn't, is the more I think I got more disappointed and upset. You know.
Yeah, because, I mean, the stuff that he said on that first tweet, those are fighting words, bro. Like, we're talking heavy, like heat.
Yeah.
You know, like, it wasn't just like, you know, sometimes an accusation can be heavy, like what you're accusing somebody of.
Right.
But then the words that he used to talk about you. You know?
And I'll ask you, you've known JJ longer than I have. Have you ever heard him say some stuff like that?
I mean, I feel like I've heard him talk like that because it's JJ, you know, like in his content. He talks like that, but never like I've only heard him talk like that about Logan Paul,
right,
and Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Maybe like and like Joe Weller, like the people that he that's what I'm saying. The people that he despises the most, like the people that he's had real beef with, like
right.
like fought.
That's why it made no sense to me. I was like,
I know. I'm like, why is this so heavy to Wade, bro? You know.
It was
but
wild.
So there's like, you're calm, right? The first night happens, then you like attempt to hash it out, and then the little trailer comes out on Side Plus, and then the apology comes out.
So
and then,
the thing was, I wasn't even gonna make a video,
right?
I felt so uncomfortable with the entire thing. I was like, it just doesn't make sense for me. In my head, it didn't make sense to try to make it into a back and forth. Like, I knew what the truth was, so I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I genuinely did not want to do it. I was like,
yeah, it's different because you're a guy who like would like comment on a subject like that if it was related to this. So now you're having to like use your platform, but you don't want to use it like in that way because it's about you.
Plus, they had
it's
apologized. You know,
right?
When they apologized, I was like, well, there's no reason for me to. You know, it is what it is at this point. You know, the rest of it can be settled in other ways. But then the video from Side Plus came, and I was like, okay, you know.
Yeah, bro. And that was the thing for me. There was the apology or whatever, but it didn't correct the attack on your character, bro. The integrity part. Like, everyone was going in about the opinions or like your take on this and that. I'm like, this is not what this is about.
Yeah.
The man's calling you a snake. Boy's calling you two-faced. I'm like, bro, like,
you were heated. You were heated.
I was not. Listen, people, I was not happy, man. Listen, I was like, oh man. Wade's like, Sensei, calm down.
I was calming Sensei down. I was like, it's all good, man. No
I know. I was being that guy, which is crazy because there's usually
I'm that guy, but.
Yeah, but that's the thing, bro. When you're talking about somebody's character, and that's the thing too. I don't know about for you, but it had to be a little weird. Obviously, you know that I know JJ and like in the circle, and you know people, so it's like it's a bit like, how do I approach it?
That's why I didn't want to go to anybody but JJ. That was the thing. Is
it makes sense? Yeah,
I just wanted to talk to him, and. It's unfortunate the way it went down, but
I gotta say that was the thing that I knew, and the reason I didn't like go off like originally as well is because I knew, because I've known JJ and I've interact with him behind the scenes, like not on camera and just like whatever, and I just knew for a fact that he did not have an extended conversation with you.
Yeah,
I knew for a fact that if any sort of conversation happened, that it would have been squashed in milliseconds.
Immediately, yeah, of course.
Like, it would be, and I had actually no doubt in that whatsoever, right? Yeah. I knew that you were a bit concerned, obviously, because he's attacking you, so it's hard. Like, it's like, what, dude? This dude's attacking me. There's no way he's going to be able to, or maybe he's not going to be able to hear my side. Yeah. But I was like, dude, there's no way.
Yeah.
That's happened. And then when I heard from the sidemen, it just backed that up even more, because I'm like, they haven't talked about it, because the way that they're talking on Side Plus, it was like they're hearing it for the first time, so they only reacted to JJ's words. So that's when I tweeted out that it was disappointing, because they're talking about something that they don't have really any information on, and they're doing you such a disservice by not talking to you. Like, we don't have to talk about this. You guys can just get your answers. Yeah. Call the dude up. He's not running from a phone call.
Right.
Like, he wants to talk
I was
on
trying
the phone.
to run to the phone call. I was like, yo, JJ, how do I get in touch with the man? I wasn't afforded that opportunity.
It wasn't like you had all this red tape and you were like, no, well, I want to do this first and it's got to be like this. It wasn't like you have all these stipulations. I need a 24-inch ring and all that. You ain't negotiating. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not Tyson Fury, the man. I'm not.
Right, or Jake Paul, like negotiating and like all these things that you're trying to like argue with. So I'm like, you didn't even have a conversation yet. Yeah. That was like the part that was so frustrating for me. And even like now, I talked to some guys from the sidemen, but it got to a point it didn't need to get to.
and
Yes.
over things that didn't even make sense to get there because it didn't go down that way. But
there's the lesson, people, in this. And the lesson is, okay, if you're going to talk about somebody or have a feeling about somebody or have an idea, right, or have ill will towards somebody, you better make sure that it's coming from that person.
Yeah.
Right? And you got to do your due diligence, because if not, you can hold on a grudge that you shouldn't have.
Facts.
You can have feelings for no reason that can disrupt, like JJ, disrupting his training camp or messing up his
That's a big point that we need to talk
relationship
about.
that he has. Right. All this stuff is happening that could be squashed like this.
And it was,
right?
by the way. It was. We talked on Saturday for the first time about the whole thing.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Funny how that works, huh?
And it was pretty simple, man. It was pretty simple. And that's the thing, is I genuinely like JJ. I think the guy, it's crazy how, like, you know, all the things that were said, if there has ever been any bias from me, ever, obviously toward you is one thing, but if there's ever been any bias, it's probably been toward JJ, not against him, you know?
Right.
And I've always thought he's a great guy. I've always, like I said, I've looked up to him and all that. But yeah, we talked on Saturday, and it is what it is, man. It's bygones. I think the dude's still dope. I think he's still doing cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I obviously, it's hard to forget some things that were said. You know, so
bro, he went full freaking nightmare. KSI nightmare freaking monologue, like he's in fight mode. I was like, bro, what? This was the Breakfast Club moment.
Though. You made me think. I'm the nightmare. KSI.
Literally, bro. He just went, you know what? Just
nightmare mode, son.
Just with straight nightmare, impulsive, just right to it.
But like I said, it bygones. I still hope for the best for him and all that. Look at you, you're about to go off again.
Oh, bro. And because, I mean, if I was like, so why didn't he call me? I was like, bro, come on now. What are we doing? Come on now.
Yeah.
If you want information, this, and even the Simon did say that, hey, just talk to, like, you didn't talk to him yet? Like,
right, yeah.
You know? And again, he's in camp. He's going real fast.
That was the thing I think, too, was a big part of it, is that there's a lot of pressure of what happens with his career, especially now that the Joe Fournier fight is signed.
Yeah.
Which, we're here already. Let's just talk about that in a second. But the fact that the KSI and Jake Paul fight is getting closer, and that was involved in this whole thing too, was a big deal, I think.
Yeah, and he's a busy guy, hard to get to, right?
Yeah. And I do and this is one of the things that I'm not sure why, but it was included in the video. It got cut out, but I do want to publicly apologize for the misspeaking I did on I said the words pay-per-view, but it was new subscriptions to DAZN at the time. I had said it was 300,000 to 400,000. Leon Chivers came back and countered that it was 500,000, so I was off by 100,000 there. But I didn't include, or I didn't factor in, other countries outside of what I thought DAZN was at the time, a U.S. and UK-based subscription, just U.S. Didn't know that. I thought it was U.S. and UK. That made up that 500. It wasn't, so I guess the UK did another 200 on top of that. And then I think some other territories chipped in as well. Around 800,000 was the number. I said 300,000 to 400,000, thinking that the UK, US both shared the DAZN. I was wrong there. So public apology from me, 100%. That's I have no problem admitting that ever.
You know what? No, you too. I was kidding.
Two-faced. But that was the issue that I guess one of the issues there, and that's why I say it was probably. Part of it had to do with the energy being put into everything, so I get that, I guess. But yeah, Nat, listen, we're at that point now where we have KSI and Joe Fournier signed, sealed, and delivered, or not delivered yet, but delivering.
Yes,
like some of my DMs that were bygones and whales. What do you think about this fight now that we're here? Now that it is official KSI Joe Fournier. What do you think?
I'm excited for it. JJ, this is big for him. This is
Big
a
time.
test, right? This is his Tommy Fury. Right?
This is Tommy Fury. This is his first time against Pineda's a pro, but a pro's, I don't want to say a pro's pro. It's his first time against an experienced boxer that's undefeated. Right?
Correct.
And a guy
experienced is the key word.
experienced. Now, the level of experience for his level of age is a little lacking, but that doesn't change the fact that he is 9-0. Doesn't change the fact that he is, again, the most experienced guy KSI's fought, the best boxer. Could we argue that he's the best boxer that KSI's fought?
Yes,
because I saw some people say Logan.
Even with Logan, no, see with Logan, and we do this a lot in just combat sports. We look at the potential of the fighter.
There you go.
And when you look at the way Logan fought on the night, like the guy that Logan fought in KSI Logan 2, no.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There's a few guys better than him.
100% I agree with that. Because Logan's potential, like if Logan continues doing this and he really gets back into it, like he's consistent, and even if he ends his career at I don't even know what the number is. Say it's 5-1. Right?
Yeah.
His 5-1, I can almost guarantee if it's over a 3 or 4 year span, I could probably look at it and say it's better than a lot of people that KSI will have faced.
Yeah, for sure.
But as of right now, you can't deny that Joe is the better boxer. Can't deny it.
And what we want to see is like the same thing with Jake, when versus an experienced boxer, is not really, we call it mistakes, but the things that we wonder, are they weaknesses for KSI?
Right.
Are they going to be exposed when you verse someone who's experienced? Right? So, like, even if there's not something we can tell through the naked eye just watching, we're like, well, but this person doesn't have experience. This person's also new at the sport or whatever. Right. So we wonder, when he versus more experienced talent, right, in the sport of boxing, is there going to be things that pop up? Is the fact that he punches a little wide and he's a little extreme, are those things going to be exposed in that sense? Is he going to be exposed, right? That's what we were wondering with Jake, and that's what we wonder with KSI. And we feel like Joe has the ability to expose KSI if KSI has those flaws, right? And that's what we want to know. And I think that's like the answer we're going to get, and that's why we thought we were going to get it with like Pineda, right? Because JJ's versus a pro fighter. We haven't got that yet, clearly, right? Even Tommy, temper, non-experienced guy.
Hold on.
You just went right back there. I went right back to that day, huh? Too. Just what is going on, dude?
Did we really believe he was going to get that with Luis Pineda? I know that we thought he was rangy. I remember that because we talked about him being rangy.
No,
did
not
we really
until
think that he was going.
Not until I saw him.
Not until you. What do you mean?
Like when I saw Luis Pineda, then I knew. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He was weird.
Yeah, like in warm-ups, and I saw like a picture of him. You know what I mean?
Hey, hold on. What do you mean a picture? What was wrong with the picture?
He like, I don't know if it was a picture. I just remember, I go, okay, Luis Pineda. All right, let's see what we got. And then when I saw what we got, and I was like, it's not like,
I saw what we got.
No, like, because, bro, you have like,
bro, you're stupid.
No,
let's see what we got, and then I saw what we got.
Bro, because he looked like I was expecting like a stocky, middle-aged Mexican, you know?
Okay.
And we got this young, slim guy that looks like he's like a freshman in high school, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like he's 125 pounds soaking wet. So I was like, what the heck? You know what I mean? I was like, oh, you have to start. Like, then we're like, he's got to be rangy. He's one of those guys that looks like.
Yeah, he had
looked the part.
Sure. Yeah.
But then in warm-ups, like, oh, no. You know? I don't blame KSI for that. That was just the situation.
That's just
you know
what
I mean?
happened. No, that's just what happened.
That's what he was
supposed
supposed
to make him fight, you know? He just But listen, Pineda, whatever. Shout out Pineda. But
Hey, I tried to slide right through. You're the one who wanted to
I know.
bring it
I
up,
just
bro.
when you said it, I was like, hold on a second. But there it is, man. The whole wrap-up situation with JJ, like I said, I wish the man well. I genuinely do think he's a good guy, and I think he's just gotten into a situation where all the pressures of life have maybe come around him, and he's trying to fight him off left and right, and I caught a stray potentially. But what he's not going to do is get a stray caught by – that's a terrible transition. What he has to do is fight off Joe Fournier on May 15th, Misfits number 7. Sensei and I will be breaking the whole thing down. But as of right now, JJ, get him, man.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.